morning. Today is Wednesday, October 2nd. I'm Gene, and welcome to Hanging with Uncle. Here's my coffee. Hope you have yours. Today, I'm not going to talk about the elephant in the room. We had the vice presidential debate last night, and I'm going to save that for Friday because Zane was over here and we watched it together. It was an interesting conversation, but we'll save that for Friday. All right. Today I want to talk about something I think a little bit more important than the debate, which is the Longshoreman Strike happening along, the East Coast and the Gulf ports. And basically what it's about is pay. So I pulled up an article by Reuters, and to sum it up, the Longshoremen Union, ILA, the International Longshoremen's Association, they have been a union since 1977. Now, the strike could cost the economy about $5 billion a day because nobody's there at the ports to take commerce on and off the ships. So about $5 billion a day. So again, how much money are the businesses making if we're losing that much? It disputes pay and automated project issues. Again, AI taking jobs. And most importantly, the White House is not intervening or using the power of government because, again, this is private. This is not a government issue. It belongs with the longshoremen and the people running the ports, which is the United States Maritime Alliance, which is not a government agency. But the Maritime Alliance, again, is made up of a bunch of private companies. So, like, you ever see, like, when trains go by and you see Maersk, M-A-E-R-S-K, on the side of these big containers as the train's going by? Those are the companies that belong to the Maritime Alliance and are making all those billions of for-profit dollars every year that we talk about. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, why are unions striking? Aren't they making good money? Didn't the auto workers just strike? It's about, again, equity. Equity meaning being fair. So if you want to address the wage inequality in this country, here's a little fact, is that the wage gap between employers and employees was at its closest when union membership was at its highest. So let that sink in, and that will give you an understanding as to why all these private businesses and somebody in the White House like Ronald Reagan worked to union bust and make things more profitable for businesses in this country instead of working families and the working class, the people who actually are the backbone of this country. It's like the working class is like a non-commissioned officer, like you're an E4 or below in the military. You're the grunt. That's what the union workers are. They're the ones that provide all the labor that moves commerce across this country, whether it be longshoremen or auto workers or steel workers or food and industry people or hospitality. The list goes on. All right. Unions are important because unions built the middle class. Unions give us the 40-hour work week, the defined overtime. They ended child labor laws so kids would be in school and not being another cog on the plantation. Which, just a side note, I hear this comment about how people are too lazy to work. Well, it reminds me of talking about the plantation. You had the plantation owner and their family, but what did they do? They didn't want to work. They were too lazy to work, so they got slaves. I own you. Go work this so I don't have to. You're being so lazy. You could be doing so much more. The people calling us lazy are the laziest people I think I've ever met in society. So, you can take that argument about people being lazy and not wanting to work and put it where the sun doesn't shine. Because it's not that people don't want to work. People are tired of being exploited. And that's why the longshoremen are on strike. And personally, I hope that Vice President Harris gets elected and actually can implement a plan to end price gouging, because again, these companies are making billions of for-profit dollars every year, just like when we talked about last week, the oil and gas industry. I mean, just Exxon, Shell, and Chevron made over 14 billion for-profit dollars, just those three companies, in the second quarter. Not even for the year, that's just the second quarter. So you want things to get back to normal, you want people to go to work, pay them a living, fair wage. And, I bet you the strikes stop or really, really diminish. But anyway, that's just my opinion on that take. I think it's very important, and that's GDP. So, you guys do your own research. Google's out there. Who are part of the U.S. Maritime Alliance? What companies are for that? And then look and see what their quarterly earnings are. It's right there. Let's not fall for talking points or so-and-so said that. Did you hear that? Just look it up for yourself. Educate yourself. Make educated decisions. If you like content like this, please hit the subscribe button and that like button. Let the world know we exist out there. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss whenever we put new videos out there and new content. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Remember, please be kind to one another and treat each other the way you want to be treated. I'm Gene, and thank you for hanging with Uncle.